Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech Kichdy, and we are back with an interesting video. Today we are planning to give an introductory tutorial on a 100% free open source video editor. This tutorial is mainly focused on beginners since we are planning to cover up the must-know basics required to develop a stunning video using this free video editor. There will be no watermarks or license issues since it is an open source app and it will be free forever. No royalty issues, okay? So before getting into today's session, please do like, share your comments and subscribe the channel since it will motivate us with more tutorial videos in the near future. So with that, in today's session, the video editor we plan to walk you through is OpenShot video editor. So this is the opening interface of this video editor. We'll come back to this in a moment. Before getting into that, as we always do, I have prepared the list of functions which we are planning to discuss in this session. And here it is. So let's start with the first function on downloading OpenShot free video editor. So to download it, just go to Google, type OpenShot download, press enter, and just get into the first link. And so here it is. So this is the link to download it for Windows. It is also available for Linux OS and also for the Mac OS, this OS X downloads. So since I have already downloaded it, I am not downloading it. So it is roughly 130 MB in size. So you just need to download it. So this is the downloaded file. So yeah, we are done with downloading OpenShot free video editor. So I will just mark it in green color. We'll move on to the next function, which is user interface overview. So let me get into the OpenShot. So this is the first interface you will be exposed to on opening the OpenShot video editor. So this is the place where you will upload all your project files such as images, videos, audios, or whatever the voiceovers. So you'll upload all your project files here. So this is the project files, and this is where all the transitions is available. So you can modify as accordingly as per your requirement. And this is where the effects are available. So we'll discuss this in detail in the upcoming functions. So I'm just running through what are all the available. I will just give you overview on what are all available now, but we'll dig in detail as we go along the next functions. So on a whole, this is where the project files are uploaded. This is where the preview of your editing video will be appearing here. So whenever you're editing the video, you can see your preview of the video. So on clicking this, the video will run, and this is a fast forward. This will take you to the end. This will come back to the start, and this is the rewind. Okay, and this is the most important thing, the tracks available in the OpenShot. This is where you will drop your project files and you will start editing it. So here you will upload the project files. Here you will drop it and start editing it. Editing in the sense, add transitions, add effects, add the duration, split it, zoom it, rotate it. You do all sort of things available in OpenShot, but all the editable things will happen here. So in default there will be 5 tracks will be available. You can increase the number of tracks or you can decrease the number of tracks. It's up to us. And this is the duration of the video. It will be appear here. And this is the track line. Very important one to have a preview of your video. So you can just move anywhere within the track, and this will be the starting point of your preview. So this will be very useful whenever whenever you made an edit. Then if you want to see the preview, you can use this track line, move it along, and you can start from there. And this is the zoom in and zoom out. So again, in default structure, it will be in 15 seconds. So here you can see 15 seconds, and all the duration will be split across 15 seconds. So 15 seconds, 30, 45 seconds, 1 minute. So this is how. So you can either zoom in, so it will the duration will increase, or you can zoom out. Okay, so you can zoom out till 1 second. So every duration will be split it across 1 minute. So here it is 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, so that you'll have a very detailed. So if and all you want to make any transition and it's a very detailed one, probably you can use this, but I normally stick it with 5 seconds. but we'll see as we start editing a video. Also, we can move along the 6 dotted line so that we can increase the size of the preview or we can decrease it. The same way it goes with the project files. We can increase the block size or we can decrease it, so that it will give more places for us to add our project files here and edit our contents. So it's up to us. So I normally make it a little smaller, the preview, so that I have more space in the track, so that I can add or delete or modify as per my requirement. So yeah, so that's it with the user interface overview. So I'm just making it in green color. We'll move to the next function, which is menu tab quick look. So this is the new project. If you want to open a new project, it is the open project. So if and all you have multiple projects available in your system, so probably you can open that project. Yeah, so let me go back at. So this is the save project. This is the undo and redo functions. This is the include import files. So there are multiple ways to import files into the OpenShot. So this is one way, and also you can just drag and drop into this place. So we'll come to that part. So this is the choose profile. So in default, the profile is available in 720 pixels with 30 fps. This is more than enough if you are just creating a YouTube video, or just a small entertainment video for any family functions or anything like that. 720 pixel or max of 180 pixel with 30 fps should be fine. But if and all you are creating for any for any movies or any short films or anything of if the requirement is of very high quality, probably you can go till 4K. So till 4K it is available, so you can use these options. But for now, let me stick with 720 pixels with 30 fps. So you can modify that, and here you can choose if you want to see it in a full screen or the small screen. I mean, the normal general screen is enough, and this is where you will export the video. The final edited video will be exported from here. So these are all some of the functions which we should be aware of. So the same functions are available under file. So let me just skip this, and under edit we have the same redo and undo functions, and there is some preferences is available, but these are all will not be required on a day-to-day basis. So for sure it is not required for the basic tutorial. So let me skip this. On the title, we can add a title into our video. So you have multiple options. Probably we can say this in the upcoming functions. And if and all you want to add an animated title, then you need to install Blender. So you have this saying like Blender needs to be installed in your system so that you can use this animated tiles. So let me close this. So Blender is not installed here, and again, it may not be of much useful if you're not adding any title to your video. But if you're adding title, you need Blender, and now I'll probably put up a separate video on that. And the next one is view. So again, the full view, full screen, and there is a view called simple view, wherein wherever if and all you modified this or anything, if you're added any blocks, you can simply go to view and go to simple view, and it will come back to this. And there is a thing called advanced view, where you also have properties, the effects, filter, everything will be available. But for now, I will stick back to simple view. And the last one is help, with some tutorials with reporting an issue, with donate. Since it's an open source, there's an option to donate also. If and all you want to donate some dollars or INR, you can probably donate it. And it's an about OpenShot. There's all some simple stuff, the normal stuff which is available in all the applications. So I'm just skipping it. So that's it with menu tab quick look. So yeah, so now we are getting into the actual editing part of the session. So let's start with uploading project files. So I'm going back to it. So to upload project files, you have multiple options. So one option is using this icon. So just click that, just click that, go to wherever you stored your project file. So for me, I have stored it here. So let me just pick a couple of videos, couple of photos, and couple of audio. Okay, so I have picked 6 project files, and just clicking open. So this is one way of doing it. And the other way of doing it is, so I just deleted all the things. So I'm just want to show the other way which I normally carried out. So just click whatever the videos, audios, and photos which you want to include it. Just drag it to OpenShot. Just put it in the project files. The same function, you have multiple options. Since it is one of the easiest option, I just shown this here. But again, you can just click it and go back to that. So this is with uploading project files into your OpenShot. So I'm just making it green color. So the next function we are going to see is arranging project files in tracks. So here we have all the uploaded files in project file section. So now we are moving this the required project files into the respective tracks. So tracks is the most important place where we do all the editing works in the video editor. So as I already said, we have multiple tracks. The reason is so we can add multiple documents in the same duration. It is kind of a blended, meaning say like if there is an image and if also you need some audio on top of it, you can add the image in track 5 and you can add the audio in track 4. And also probably you can add your logo in track 3. So this is just a high level example on why we have number of tracks. But then we will see in how we are going to use this number of tracks. So probably I will add one image. So I'm adding one image in track 5. So and also the good thing about adding an image is we can also reduce or decrease the duration of the image on how long it should be appearing in a video. So default it will be here for 10 seconds, but again we can reduce it, increase it. So I will stick it to 5 seconds now, and let me add one audio to it. So here the audio is almost around 24 seconds. So here also I can reduce it or increase it. So probably I'll keep it for 15 seconds. And one video. So this is a long video. So what I did is I added one image, one video, and one audio. So here is the image, and in track 4 we have the audio. So during the preview, what will happen is even during the image, the audio will run in the background, and even during the video, if there is no audio in the video is available, then the track will still continue. If there is an audio in the video, then both will run at the same time. So let's see how a preview works. There's an option to remove the audio from the video. So we'll come to that part in the later part of the video. So let me just give you a start with the preview of what we just created. So yeah, so that's how it works. So when there is an image, the audio still played, and even when there is a video, the audio still plays. So that's the actual use of having multiple number of tracks. So just think about it. If you have only single track, then how can we add both image, audio, and video in the same place? So that's where OpenShot Video Editor, or any video editor for that matter, comes up with multiple tracks, so that you can add multiple files at the same duration. So it will all merge together and give you a much better output. So that's the same way you can also add logo to it. I also included as one of the feature to be discussed in this session, so we'll come to that part later. Okay, so with that there are multiple edits and transitions and effects can be added. We'll come to that one by one. So for now, we have done with arranging project files and tracks. So let me make it in green color. And then the next part is split clip. So split clip is a very useful function. It's a very simple function. The most important thing about split clip is if you have a video of say 5 minutes or 6 minutes or whatever, and you need only 1 minute of that video, say it might be in the start of the video or in the middle or wherever or in the end, wherever. we can define the part, we can cut that. So in simple terms we call it as a trim video. So that's what we are going to do now. So let me select the same video, butterfly, right click it. We have an option called split clip. So here you can define where the video needs to get started and where is the end point. So say like we can also play and we can choose it. So let me just play it. So this is the video, and say for example I need it from here, say like 5 minutes, sorry, 5 seconds and 16 milliseconds. We can also drag the cursor and you can keep it, say like you need it exactly at 5 seconds, then you can keep it like something like that. The only thing is you can't type it here, but you can drag this cursor and keep it wherever you desire. So say for example the video needs to get started at 5 seconds, then I'll keep it as start, and you can still play and you can say okay, something here. So I need to, this is where only this 3 seconds needed to be in my video, then I can just trim this 3 seconds. So here I can keep it as end. So this is the start and this is the end, and I need to name it something like what I can say, split clip example, create. So once you created it, it will be in your project files. So here we can use it in an example. So just to make it simpler, let me just delete this video because it's a very long video. So I will bring this clip which we just split it and we'll get it into the our project. So if you go to the preview, now this one will appear, the split clip, and then only the audio is available in the tracks, so the audio will run. So this is how, it's a very simple feature, but it will be very helpful. You don't want to, get into any third-party applications to trim your video. And also it will be very accurate and everything will happen within the single place. Okay. So with that, we are done with split clip. And the next one is transition animations. Yeah, transition animations is to give you an example on, to show you how transition animations work. Let me delete the, okay, probably let the image be there. The good thing about transition animations is when there is a project file, say like an image or video, if it's transitioning from one image to the other image or video, or from one video to other image or video, it will be transitioning in a very smooth manner, rather than there is a cut or a black screen or whatever. There will be a smooth transition will happen. Let me show you. So this is an image and this is a video. So to attend that transitioning, I'm just taking this video and putting it on top of the image. So here there is a transitioning will automatically appear. You can just move it even further closer or anyway, but both will have to be overlap in some place. So that's the whole idea about it. That's where the transitioning will work. So let me bring back the track line and let's see how this works. So let me go to preview again. You can just see I have removed the audio. You can see, yeah. So how smoothly it transformed. Just think. Let me remove the transition and show you how it is actually happening. So you can see, yeah, it just transitioning a split of a second. Rather, again, this is a very general transitioning. We have multiple types of transitioning, so we will discuss that in detail in the next feature. But just for now, if you want a default transition to take place, you can use this option. So just say it very clearly, yeah. So that's how it will be very beautiful, right? Rather than just in a split of a second going to the next video or the image. If it transition in a well manner like this, then it really looks cool. Yeah. So let me just remove this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So with that, we are done with transition animations. And the next one is fade, animate, rotate layout. Okay, so let me just bring back the audio because audio is really cool. Let's have some audio. Okay, so for now, fade, animate, rotate, and layout. We'll start with fade. So wherever you have an image or video, you can just right click it. So let me just right click it. So here you have multiple options. I'll just show you what are the base options. You should know the basic must know options, but there are multiple options you can just play around. But in this video, let me limit it to the basic functions which you need to know for sure. Okay, so fade is one such function. Fade is again the transition type, so which we just discussed in the last feature. So that is the default feature which we discussed, but in fade we have multiple options. So this is fade in and fade out fast, fade in and fade out slow, fade in intake clip, fade out intake clip. Let me just put up fade in and out slow for the start of the clip, or intake clip, whatever. So let me just start with start of the clip, fade in slow. Okay, so let us see how it really works in the real time video. Okay, let me go back to the preview. You can see there's a black screen and it slowly fades out. The same way, you know you can do it a fade in fast also. Now it happened really slow. Now you can see it will happen real fast. Yeah, so these are all some of the basic functions you can just play around. And also you can put intake clip, fade in and fade out slow. Probably let us try with fade in and fade slow and how it happens, how it appears. That's it, the same way, but it will happen in a bit slow manner, and it will fade out also in a very slow manner. Okay, so these are all some of the basic functions. And then the next one is animate. So let me remove the fade first, and then the next option is animate. So animate again is kind of zoom, whether it needs to come with a zoom option or it needs to come with a center structure, I mean like a center to edge structure. We'll just discuss a couple of items. Probably zoom in 75 to 100%. Let me just put up something randomly. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay, you can see from 50% it comes to 100%. So I'm not sure whether it was very clear. Probably we'll do one more time, zoom, or else I'll do 50 to 100% itself. So watch it very clearly. Okay, yeah, so these are all some of the animations which you could play around. Okay, we'll do some other animation. Start of the clip, center to edge, probably center to left. Let's just try it out how it appears. Yeah, it's just moving away. This is something which we may not be required. Even I'm just playing it around now, so for sure we don't require it now. So we can just go to no animation, and we can just try with some other animation, edge to edge, bottom to right. But let's see how random works. Yeah, okay. So it is moving from right to left. So that's how there are multiple options. So I'll just leave it to you to play around. So I'll again go to no animation, and the next one is rotate. So rotate is a very simple option. It will completely rotate your video itself. Okay, so now let me go to rotate 90 right. So let's see how it's function. Yeah. So the original video was in landscape mode, but then now it has moved to portrait mode because I have given the rotate of 90 degree. So how about flip? So, I'm just running through it. I'm just giving you an option on how it will work. Yeah, it just completely flipped it to 180 degree. So these are all some of the very basic use cases, but you can really play around in the bigger part of the video where you are using. So I'm just playing it in a 4-second video so that I'm just trying to give you a gist about how it works, but the actual work part you can really take care of, because you are the master of your video. You know how your video looks about it, and how it needs to be presented to the visitors. So it's about you, about your creativity, it's about your requirement. So I'm just giving you how it works, because I'm just playing around with a 4-second video. Okay, because I don't want to keeping it a 10-minute video. I don't want to spend more time on that. I'm just trying to give it just about how it works. And the last one is layout. Yeah, so first let me remove no rotation and the layout. So layout is the entire area of the video is one. So just think about it as one. So this one will break it into 1/4 size, and we'll keep it in center. So that's how these are the functions. So let me just give you a try with 1/4 size with center alignment and see how it works. That's it. Okay, I hope you got it. The whole size is 1, so it divides by 1/4, which is 0.25% of the original area, and it is playing the video in the center. So these are all the functions where it will be used is whenever you want to showcase some banner. So probably you can keep an image here so that the image will appear in the back end and the video will appear in the mid. So I'm just giving you some random use case, so probably you can use it in that way. So like the same way, you have multiple option, top left or top right. So let me just click a preview. Yeah, so that's how it works. Okay, so I hope you got a very good understanding of these of these 4 options. These are all some of the basics, and you can see there are multiple options to it. We'll also touch base on how this volume works and this property works, but other than that, these are all the basic functions which you should be aware of. Okay, so we are done with it. And the next one is time volume, the most important, I would say, the most important of all. Okay, so let me come back to it. So we'll see how time works. So we have seen these options. Now how time works. So most of the requirement from many of your people is how to increase the duration of the video. Say like duration in the sense how we can slow the video, how we can increase the speed of the video. Probably you might need a particular part of the video in 2x speed or 4x speed or 16x speed, whatever, or a particular part where you need to slow down the video to 0.25x or 0.5x. So you can do all sort of things under this option. So this is a video. So go to time, go to fast if you want to fast forward it, and go to 4x or 8x. Again, it's just a 4-second video. So let me just select 2x, and you can see suddenly the video duration has decreased it to 2 seconds. Yeah, so let me just play it now. Yeah. So it's running pretty quickly. I think the layout is not removed. So now we have seen how quickly it went away. So probably we can slow it, slow by 1/8x. Let it be. Okay, I'm not going to play the entire video because it will be very slow. Yeah, it's very slow. Now only the hand is coming to pick the paper. So that's how so this is how and you can couple this with the split clip. So say for example, if you have a 1-minute video, and if you want to just make the 20th second to 30th second a bit slower than the rest of the video, then what you can do is you can split the video first. The first one is from 0 seconds to 20 seconds, and the second part is 20 seconds to 30 seconds, and the third part is 30 seconds to 60 seconds. And you can just place the first part as it is. The second part, you can use this option to slow it up, say for example 1 by 8x or 1 by 16x or whatever, and the third part as it is. So whatever you think of it, you have achieved it just by using these simple options. Okay, so I hope I am very clear here. So let me just reset that time. So there are so many options here. You can also freeze a video for freeze a particular point for 2 seconds or whatever, 30 seconds or whatever. So but the most important items which you need at this point in time, especially the must know basics, is how you want to increase the speed or decrease it, or by slowing up a particular part. Okay, so let me just reset it so it is back to 4 seconds, the original video. Okay, and the next one is volume. So volume is a very important option. That's where I kept time and volume as a separate items just to focus more onto it. So volume is, say for example, if you are recording a video and it is very noisy, but the video clip is really nice, but it is very noisy. So what you can do is, you can place it here and you can reduce the volume of the video to 0. So whatever the video you shoot, you can keep it to 0 so that there will be no audio to that video. There will be only the video will be present. And you can probably come up with a voiceover or songs or music or karaoke, whatever. Okay, it's up to your imagination and up to your requirement. But I will show you how to reduce the volume. Keep the volume to 0. So again, go to right click it, volume, entire clip, select this level 0. So when you select level 0, the audio in that video will be muted. It is not minimal. Minimal means here if you select 100 is the original audio, and as you come across 90, 80, 70 or whatever, the volume will get reduced. But if you keep level 0, it will be muted. There will be no audio to that video. Okay, so I'm just keeping 0, and let me just play that. So you could see only the background music is playing and there is no audio in that video. Okay, so that's how it works. It is a very, very important feature because it's really hard to record the voice in the real time. Because I have tried it many a times whenever I shoot some short films. It's really hard, but the simplest route is shoot the video at that place, put some lip over at that time, and then you can make a dubbing in sitting in your house. You can make a voiceover. So that's how most of the short films which we worked really works out. So that's one of the option, and that is the most important use case of using this volume function. Okay, so that's it with time and volume. And then the next one is properties overview. So to use properties, right click, go to properties, and you have all sort of properties available here. So the alpha will increase or decrease the brightness of the image. So one is the default, the original image. If you want to decrease the brightness, you can do it here. The same way the crop height, it will decrease the height of the image. It will crop the image, and this one will decrease the width of the image. And crop X will go to move your image to the left hand side, and crop Y, let me set it to 0, will move to the up or down. Okay, so this is how as per your requirement you can just play around here. This one will show you what is the duration of that image. So here it says it's 5 seconds and 7 milliseconds. If you want to change it, you can change it. Let me just change it to 4. Yeah, you can see here it is reduced it to 4. So let me go back to the original 5.07, I think. Yeah, and then the other important thing, yeah, this location X, you can see the same way whichever we see in the top. So and then the scale X. So scale X is an important stuff which you want to understand. it will scale down the image. Scale down or scale up. Scale up is the original image, and scale Y is again it will do it on the vertical side, the same way what scale X has done in the horizontal way. And the volume is an important thing. Volume, this is an image, so you may not be it will not be used here, but especially in a video, especially in a voiceover or in a background music or whatever, this volume we can just boost the volume. So say like you are coming up with a voiceover, and for some reason you think the voiceover is a bit less than the expected one. So what you can do is you can boost it by increasing the volume number. So default the original volume will be having 1. So if you want to boost it, you can do it here. Let me just show you how it works. So just hear how the volume of this jazz comedy, I mean the background music, and then we'll see how the whenever how there is a change is happening when we increase the volume size. Okay, so just hear how it so hearing for now. Okay, so just remember it, and here it is 1 now, so I'm increasing it to 3, no, just to get a visible change. Okay, so hear it now. Yeah, you could suddenly feel the increase in volume. The the bass will increase. So that's how the same applies for a voiceover or the music or whatever. Anything related to volume or sound, you can use this option. It's a very interesting option because whenever I do take a YouTube video, the volume may not be to the level which I thought of. So normally I use this option to increase it 2 or 3, or even at times I will make it to 4. But I would strongly suggest you to not to go more than 4, because you could able to hear some other sounds. The sound may not be very clear if you make it more than 4. So always keep it below 4. I will always suggest to keep it around 2 or 3 max. Okay, so let me go back to 1. Well, it's a background music. Let's not make it a very loudy one, but especially the voiceovers, you need this function. Okay, so that's it with the basic properties which you should be aware of. So I'll make it in green color, and the 11th one is a very simple option, thumbnail image snipper, but it's a very interesting option. The only reason why I included here in this functionality list is people tend to take a screenshot from their video and keep it in the thumbnail, rather than doing that, because it will increase the quality of the image, and it may not be very how I'd say, it will not be of very high clarity, so may not interest your audience. So I always suggest you to take a picture using this from anywhere from your video. So let me just play it in a video. So if you want to keep this in a thumbnail, sorry about this is not a thumbnail picture, but just to keep it as an example. So if you want to use this as a thumbnail picture, just stop it here or wherever in your video or image, wherever, and just click this small image which is save current frame. On clicking this, you can save it in a PNG format here, so anywhere. So let me just go to desktop, and okay, thumbnail image. Certainly this is not the thumbnail image of this video. So just for an example, I'm just saving it. So this will will not affect the clarity, and it will be of precise clarity. So your image will be of very well viewable structure, so you can use this option. Okay, so it's a very simple option. So but then I normally use this, that's where I included this. So I'll just keep it in green color. And the next one, inserting logo. It's one of the very interesting function, and probably everyone needs it, right? So everyone will like to add their respective logo in all their videos. There are multiple reasons to it. One thing is a copyright, one thing is a pride of video. There are multiple reasons to it. So whatever the reason may be, but I'll show you how to add that logo. Okay. Okay. So before that, let me tell you, while adding the logo has to be in the highest track and all the other content has to be in the lowest track. So how logo functions is, it will sit on top of the other contents. Okay, so in this case we have 5 tracks and we are working on fourth and fifth track. So if you want to add one more track, just go here and add track. So we have a new track here. Okay, so here I'm going to add a logo. So always take this, if you're working in track 1, 2 and 3, add your logo in fourth track, because as I already said, logo always sits on top of all the other project files. So it needs to be in the highest track. That's one thing, because I have seen many friends of mine say that whenever they add a logo, it is not appearing. Because it will not appear, because it will go in the back of that project file. If you're adding in project track 1 and all your project files are in track 2 and 3 and 4, whatever. Okay, so always remember this. So let me just pick my logo here. Okay, okay, here is my logo, dragging it, putting it in the project file, and here it is. So I'm taking my logo and I'm just selecting the area where my existing project files are available. So you can see the logo is appearing on top of all the project files which we are having, but the size of the logo is very large. No one would like to have the logo this big. Go to properties and you can reduce the size here. So reduce the scale X and Y. So I'm just reducing it to point. Okay, so let it be 0.20 and reduce the Y also to 0.20. Okay, and move the gravity to top right. Okay, I think this should be fine. Yeah, so that's it. Now if you run it, you can see the logo will be all the way on top right with a size of 0.20 and 0.20. So this is how, if your video is a very lengthy one, you can just drag this logo all the way to all the project files or whatever the length of your video. But still, since my video is a very short one, just for the tutorial purpose, it is just running only till here. Okay, you could see the logo is here. So this is how you are going to include the logo. So it is here. Since it is having a background of blue color, it is not very much high viewability, but here you can just see it. Okay, so that's to do with the inserting logo part. So the next option is green mat remover. It's a very interesting option, because in most of the movies or even in short films, people use green mat and they will remove it with some other background. So it's a very important option. So let me show you how to do that in OpenShot. So for that, let me add a couple more videos, one video and one image, which I already downloaded it. So I already downloaded one green mat video. It is available in internet for free. There are multiple websites to it, so you can make use of it and you can download it only for tutorial purpose. So let me add this image here. Okay, and let me add this video here. So video is a bit longer. I think it's around for 35 seconds. So let me just increase the duration, increase the seconds, so that I can see the complete viewability of it. Okay, so if you see how it is looking, if you are not adding any effects to it, let me show you how it is looking, so that it's easier for you to relate on how to use this green mat video. So you can see, yeah, so only the green mat video is appearing here, because this green mat video is on top of this image. As I already said, for logo, whichever project file is on the highest order of track, it will be on the top of that video or at that particular duration. So in this case it is in track 6 and this one is in track 5, so only the video is appearing here. So what needs to be done to uh, only include this hen with this background. Okay, so let me also increase the background size. Okay, so it's a very simple thing. Right click it, or even you can use the effects directly. I think I have missed to let you know about this transition and effects. Probably we can add it in the next section, because I'll also run through it, how to use it. But just for this example, click this grain mat video, go to effects, select this chroma key and put it here. Take that chroma key and drop it in the grain mat video. Go to C. You can see a small C icon. I think everywhere it's C. Right click it, go to properties and double click this key color and pick screen color and click wherever, because it's all grain mat here. Click that and go to OK. So here you can see only the hen on top of this farmland image, but you can see there is some green color is spread across it. So to disappear that green color, you can probably increase the first size, so probably to 50, and yeah, it is a little disappeared, but still there are some more lines are there, so I'll go till 100. So yeah, now I could see most of the lines are disappeared. So let's see how it looks like now. Perfect. So it is so beautiful, right? So only the hen is there without any green mat background and with the image which we inserted. Yeah. So but still it looks a little odd. The only reason is the hen is a bit larger in this picture. So to reduce it, go to properties, and here, as we did in the last exercise, you can reduce the scale. So probably reduce it to 0.44. Yeah, so you can see there how it is getting reduced. Yeah, so I can probably type it, and you want the hen to be here, so you can go to location and you can just increase it. Yeah, so you want it here. If you want a little left side, you can move it along here. So say like here. Okay, I think now it looks great. So if you go to play, the hen is still functioning, and this is how you work on the grain mat. Super easy. It's up to your creativity and it's up to the way you shoot the videos. But this is a very simple example which I took, but you can do a lot of creativity on top of it. So this is how most of the graphical related videos are shoot. Okay. So yeah. So let me go back to the Excel. So I said, right, I think I missed one animation one. So let me just add that animation and effects, and I will make it as 14 and the last one is 15. So we'll show you how this animation and effects work, because these are all some simple stuff, but will be of very much useful. So I'll show you. Yeah, so we'll add, probably we'll remove this grain mat background. So yeah, now it's just a grain mat video. Okay, so we'll add a transition to this. So here under, next to project files, we have transitions. So we have multiple transitions here. So let me select one transition here. Okay, and let me give you a preview on how it works. So this is the previous video. Yeah, see how it works. So circle into out. So as simple it is. So there is an image in the back end, and there is a video with circle into out. There are multiple use cases and there are multiple options, and you can change it as per your requirement. But this is how the transitions works. And let me just go to FX and show you how how the effects work. So if I say I want to blur, okay, let's see how it works. Yeah, I think it is not very clear. Probably, I can add a blur to here, blur to this one. Okay, so yeah, now after adding blur, you can see there's a small icon with B on top of it. Okay, so let's see. I can see how the image in the backend has been background has been blurred. Yeah, so it's very visible. It was very clear in the previous video, but now it is very much blurred. So that's the usage of this. And again, you have multiple options to it. You can just play around with all these options. Okay. So yeah, so that's it with animation and effects. And the last one is export video, the most important part, because it's all easy to do all the stuff, and we also should know how to render that video, whatever we have just created it. So to render, it's a very simple process. Go to this red icon, just click it, and you can name your file. Probably I will just name it as Tech Kichdy demo session, and you can just browse and choose your folder path. So let it be on desktop for now, and you can just export the video. So yeah, so with that we come to the end of this session, and the video is rendered. We'll open with photos. Okay, you can see the logo. So yeah, that's it. I think the video came out well. Like all the animations and all the effects, everything, and the music, image, whatever we kept it as part of the video, everything came out well. So that's it, guys. So we are done. Yeah, we come to the end of the session. I hope you enjoyed the session. So if and all you have any queries, please drop a note in the comment section. I also, included my Gmail in the description. You can also drop your query via email. As I already said in the start of the video, please do like, share, and subscribe to this video, subscribe to this channel, so that it will motivate us to do more such videos in the future. With that, a big thank you. Stay safe. Thank you. Bye.